Hi lovely people, it's Rachel and this is the long version of the plan with me from the Cyber Monday limited edition kit piece. You'll be seeing a plan with me in my Erin Condren vertical and then my ring bound planner too. So hope you enjoy, and as ever, grab a brew first. So what I'm going to do is chat you through how I'm doing this, and then we can crack on with the personal one too. So I'm going to start off by putting in my date headers. I absolutely love these, they're just so pretty with the soft watercolours. And normally I like to use the transparent numbers on my date headers, but today I am probably just going to write them back in. There we go. Just grab a pen. So Monday is the 27th. 28, 29, 30, and then it's the 1st of December, guys. I can't believe that it is actually December next week. That to me is just, well, it's just like, where has the year gone, you know? I'm going to bring you out a little bit more so you can see a little bit better. There we go. And then let's just put this thicker washi down at the bottom. I love this design. It is just so pretty with the little gold kind of highlights to it. Just really, really lovely sort of watercolour effects. And the pops of pink just work beautifully. Okay. And next I am going to pop in my headers, which of course are included in the full kit this time, so that you've got them and you don't have to get them separately, which is nice. Well, I think it's nice. So let's colour block, I think, because I think that doing it that way is going to work quite nicely. And I am going to use a little things section on this spread as well, which, to be honest with you, I've not been using very much lately, probably because well, I don't know, as you know, I have been planning in an hourly planner and I've been really, really enjoying that. I wanted to do this in a vertical simply because I just felt that sometimes when I want to show a kit kind of how it was originally thought of, I do still think of it as in a vertical planner. So I thought, well, let's plan in this and then you guys can see how it all comes out. Now, I'll just tell you now that there are obviously some very pale colours in this kit. I can read these with the naked eye, so even if they are blowing out on camera, I hope you can too. And I don't have the world's best eyesight, you know, I do wear glasses. But hey, I'm going to have a little ramble now, aren't I? This is actually the second time that I've had to sit down and video this, because yesterday when I did it, well, first off I cut my finger, which was a bit of a pain, literally. And then when I came to just edit the footage this afternoon, it was somehow, for some reason, it was out of focus. And everything from about here was in focus, but everything on the desk was out. So that was not good. That was not good at all. Never mind though, it's one of those things. I'm going to leave off the to-dos on the weekend, as was usually my little way of doing it. So I'll have these for Friday, and then we'll just use the today and little things. So my current kind of planning system, I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about that. About how things are working for me at the moment. So I'm using an Erin Condren for kind of my big weekly overview, as you may remember me mentioning before. Is that right? Yes, it is. And then I am using my personal rings planner as kind of my day-to-day. And it is working really nicely for me at the moment, because I find that in my Erin Condren, I forward plan a couple of weeks at a time, and then I write things in before for like the future weeks. So for example, I mean, obviously I'm doing this in a vertical because for reasons I explained before. But also I've already planned this week in my vertical, in my hourly, because I did it a couple of weeks ago, because I then fill it in ahead of time, and that just works nicely for me. I'm going to pop in checklists next because I want to then put the weekend banner over them. I'm just debating whether I want to do no white space or white space. What do you reckon, guys? Shall we go for... Shall I use these? I think I will actually. Oh, I might alternate them. Let's see how that goes. Yeah, let's alternate. So yeah, so my my hourly is already planned in, and it's got scribbles all over for each day, little reminders and things. And then because sometimes I don't always get to things on the day that I've written them on, especially with kind of reminders and to-do lists or task lists, I prefer to then sit down and write a daily page each day using the Cocoa Daisy inserts. Now this time, because I'm going to plan in, I'm actually going to plan in a week on 2 pages from Natalie at Ultimate Success Planner. I'm actually going to set this up to be my kind of daily to-do section, as you'll see. And just see how that goes. I'm sorry, I know I'm going a lot. It really has been a while since I did like a proper plan with me talking and everything. Right, let's just check what colours do I want to put in those. So I'm going to have one of you, one of you and one of you. And we'll put the blue on the blue. Okay, here we go. Gotta be quiet whilst I concentrate for that bit. Put you on there. And then you on here. So in the morning when I sit down then, because I'm just going to sort of talk you through my kind of planning system, as I say. So in the morning when I sit down, I inevitably have a cup of tea. Of course there's a cup of tea. There's always a cup of tea. And I just take a bit of time to have a look at what was yesterday. So this is for both kind of home and personal stuff. I have a look at how the day before has gone, and just think about, okay, so what, if anything, have I missed out from yesterday? What do I need to add to my list for today? And that saves me writing. That saves me kind of having lots of things going across on one of these, which I just run out of space. And so I like to do it on just a daily planning page instead. And that is working quite nicely. And I'll also, oh, some loose papers there. I'll just take those out. What's those? Ah, 1 month to clean house. That is my master checklist. I forgot that was in there. Useful to find. Oh dear. So yeah, so I sort of review my day, the day that's gone before, have a look at what I've put down as my reminders in my Erin Condren. That is so not straight. For the day that I'm about to tackle. And from that I kind of make my list for the day. And I like to use like a top 3 system. So whatever I've got on there for the day, I like to put down one thing as being my absolute must get this done today or the world will end kind of thing. It's a little dramatic, but you get where I'm coming from. And I like to put something down as kind of 2 other things that are, you know, they're pretty essential to get done that day. Everything else is either important or it could wait. And that does really help me to just keep things manageable. It's really easy, especially when you own your own business, to basically just work constantly. It is so easy to just work every hour of every day that, you know, I'm not with the girls, or I'm not, don't want to say, or that I'm not, say, you know, cooking or doing something to do with the family. It really is very, very easy to end up spending your whole life just working. And I've always said we live to work, we don't No, we work to live. We don't live to work. Got that wrong, didn't I? Goodness me. So I don't want to get into that situation where all I do is work. And so having that way of prioritising things becomes very, very important. It really, really does. I think I'm going to use this up the top. This is just some really skinny washi. It's got the kind of the gold patterning on. I just think it looks really cute. Just to edge the top. Especially with these sort of softer coloured kits where you've got watercolours and stuff going on. They can just sort of literally almost kind of wash out into the background, which is nice. But I quite like just having a bit of an edge there. Oh, concentration going on here, and I need a ruler or something. Oh, I've got a coil clip here, that'll do the job. Just to take that edge off. Pop you back on there. Okay, so we are getting there. I'm going to put in my meal planning now. And I am actually wondering about, don't want to use any 3-star checklists. I might do, you know. I think it might be quite nice. I've got 5. I was thinking about putting down a grateful section each day, because that's something that I used to put in my little things. Yeah, I think we will. We're going to have to use some of these and some of those. So, this is going to be epic, I promise you. She says. Right, let's get these down. Yeah, I used to do this a lot. And it's something which has kind of migrated into my journal a bit more. But it's something which, because it's in my journal, hasn't been happening as much as I would like it to. So I think I'm going to have it in my back of my planner for a bit. And you may be thinking, hang on a minute, Rachel, you've told us that you've already planned this week, so what are you on about putting it back in your planner? Yes, I have already planned this week, but remember, that was my forward planning. And there is absolutely nothing in the world that says a girl can't have more than 1 or 2 or even 3 planners on the go at once. Just saying. Have I done this wrong? No, I don't think I have, but I don't think I want that one. I want that one. I'm trying to go opposite the stars at the top, you see. You'll see in a minute. So, this is going to make me go back to a vertical as well, isn't it? I can see it now. I do like the vertical planner. It's where I started. It's like, it really is properly home to me, this planner. Or this layout, I should say. So on these, all I'm going to do is I'm going to trim across and just get 3. And I think as well, I'm going to take the 3 that don't match the header. I'm going to really sort of hack it up a bit. No, we won't. We'll take the 3 that do match the header. So over there. And by the way, there is absolutely nothing in the world that says you can't cut your stickers to suit what you want to do with them. Just in case you didn't know that. And then that kind of goes against that. It's almost in line. Yeah, quite like that. It's matchy, but not too matchy. And then 2 more. On the full boxes and the washi, you may notice there are little lines which show where you can trim them to make them fit in the horizontal planner, or in the case of the washi, just to half it. So just as a little, to let you know, especially if you're a newer customer who perhaps hasn't used so many of my things before. This is going to be one of those long videos. If you're not already, go and grab a brew. I have one. It's good. It's only because I've had to show you the kit and then, you know, do the plan. Right, I'm going to put in some meal planning stickers now, I think, across the bottom. And again, this is where in my hourly, I just forward plan what we're eating. And then I tend to put it also in my personal. And yes, it's duplication. And normally I would say don't duplicate in your planner.
but it works for me because I generally then, on a Tuesday night, sounds really daft, the girls have got brownies and rainbows, and so they have tea really, really early, like 4:30 early, and I sit with my little planner, and that's when I do kind of the shopping list. I actually do it online on Tesco. Although this week has been a real fail in the house department, it has to be said. With all the prep for Bright Friday and Small Business Saturday, which incidentally, if you haven't already checked out the final favourites section where you've got kits and things at 50% off, please go and do that because there are some real bargains in there. So I've been doing that and prepping this for Cyber Monday too. It's just been a crazy, crazy week. So yeah, there's no food in the house, but hey, I planned for there to be food. I kind of take that as, you know, that was pretty good. Right, Thursday is TV night for me. I am watching at the moment Dynasty. Absolutely love it. Although I've not watched this week's yet, so please don't spoil anything for me if you have. And we watched Designated Survivor as well, which is just brilliant. I absolutely love it. It's just so funny. And then is there anything else that I want to mark? Next week, yes, we'll put on Friday will be pay run to do for me. Straight-ish will do. And anything else? We've got any birthdays next week. I'm sure there's somebody. Yeah, there is. Right, that's fine. Yeah, there's a birthday there to sort out. And the rest of these I'll just leave on the sheet, and you can always cover these over with little icons as well if you need to. So really, really useful little labels. Okay, so after that I'm going to, shall I put some washi in there? I think there's a couple of spaces that I do want to fill in, just because they are kind of an annoying size otherwise. Okay, and then the greeny one as well. Yeah, we'll use you. I'll just lift you up and slip it underneath though, the washi. Okay, the joy of removable stickers. Just can't beat them. I need my stickers to be removable, believe you me. Oh, got an annoying little bit there. Come on, off we come. There we go. Oh, that worked beautifully there. I like that. Okay, so sidebar area next. So let's just flip this to here. And in my sidebar area, I should have a this week sticker on here somewhere. There we go. So this week. And again, I like to set like my top 3 priorities for the week. And I'm just debating whether to use dots or something else, or one of those. I think I am going to put that there though, because that will look quite pretty and quite cute, just as a little apropos of nothing. Yeah, I'm going to use dots because then I can just make it a little, give myself a little bit more space to write. So 1, 2. I love tiny dots, they're so much fun. Do you know, it was actually my dad's idea to do tiny, tiny dots. Oh, battery change light's flashing, better do that. Right, change the battery, hooray. So yeah, it was actually my dad's idea to do tiny, tiny dots. He is very keen on family history. He's done so much research into our family history, it's amazing. I'm just going to put in a next week's sticker. And he has on the wall in his office, he had a big map of Oxfordshire, which is where our family originated from, like 100 years ago or 200 years, whatever. And he wanted to mark on it where people had lived. And so I said, oh, what about some tiny dots, Dad? And you can colour code all the families and things as well. So that's what we did. So yeah, thanks Dad. He came up with that, and I'm going to use another little flaggy here. Oh, I think that looks really cute. Just as a little accent. Where's my dots gone again? Losing them. I'm losing the dot, not the plot, which makes a change for once. Okay, 2, and again, I just like to have space just to write down a few things ahead of time. Doesn't have to be loads. And then I'm going to put in some habit trackers at the bottom under a kind of remember section, because I'm sure I've seen a remember. Yes, I do have a remember. Okay, and then remember. Oh, a little bit lower down. Okay, and where's my flags again? Third flag, third and final. I do tend to switch how I do my sidebar, but generally it has sections on it broken down, and that just works well for me, I find. And habit tracker. Oh, can I fit 2 in here? I bet I can if I really try. There we go, perfect. Okay. And the kind of things that I track there, I've tracked things like Instagram posts, journaling, actually looking in my planner, all sorts. You've also got you've got like a weekly box there that you could use for meal planning, shifts, and a long checklist too. Obviously with a full kit, you know, you'd struggle to get every single sticker in the kit on one spread. That's not the aim. The aim is to give you more than enough so that you can you know, get more than 1 week out of it, because let's face it, that's the whole point, isn't it, of a full kit? You don't want to just get 1 week out of them, you want to get a couple of weeks at least. I think out of this you could easily get 3, possibly even with a bit left over. Quick mouthful of tea. Right, I'm going to pop in now some event stickers for things that I know that I've got going on next week. And it has to be said that that is why I've been able to sort of compress my today sections, because life now as we know it is definitely a little bit less appointment focused than it used to be when I first started planning. So that's been quite an interesting change. So Monday, I know that I have an appointment in the morning with my GP, and I'm just thinking that finding, yes, there is a little doctor's bag one, so I'm going to put that on there. Ta-da! And then Tuesday, I'm going to sound like I'm falling apart now because I've got physio on Tuesday. I promise you, I'm not really falling apart. Should I use that one now? It's just going to blend in, isn't it? I want to use a patterny one though. I'll use that one, I think. So, first thing in the morning, go and get pummelled. Having some problems with my neck and my back, so physio seems to certainly help a bit. Wednesday will be worship group in the evening, and I'm looking at my other little add-on boxes sheet as well, just to see what I've got knocking around. I think we'll just have you there. Obviously I mentioned that Tuesday is rainbows and brownies, and I could go and pull out the rainbows and brownies sheet that I have in the shop and find one to match in, but I kind of just want to use this kit because it's so lovely. Thursday is swimming in the evening for Miss Lizzie, which is really inconvenient. She used to go at 4 o'clock on a Friday, and then she's moved up a level in her swimming. Yay, Elizabeth! But it means that, yeah, the only session that they had spare was at 6 o'clock on a Thursday, which for a 5-year-old I think is a bit ridiculous. So she comes home and collapses into bed. Poor kid. I'm going to just put that there for teaching. I'm just going to use the heart because I don't want to cover up much more of the beautiful box underneath. And then Friday, have we got anything going on? No. Saturday, possibly. Sunday is church in the morning, and I really want to use a half box there, and I think I might go for this one. No, it's too similar on the background. I think therefore we will go for this one. As I say, there we go. Right, and that's all that I want to put in appointment wise at this point. I say at this point, that's all I want to put in appointment wise. And that is it kind of laid out. So I'm going to just pop on some decorative stickers now and then show you what I've got left. And then I'm going to show you what I'm going to do in the personal rings. And also add in some extra little touches into this page as well. So I'm just going to be a bit strategic with some of these little decorative elements. I just love the pink and the little pops that you can kind of get against the green. Green and pink is just such a lovely combination. And I do think that there's some combinations where you just go, yes, that works so well. I can't put that anywhere, can I? Because everything's a bit too big. Oh, unless I kind of do it and actually put it across a couple of boxes. Yeah, I actually quite like that. That works. Yeah, there's some combinations that are just gorgeous, and others I just go no. But generally, I think if you use something that is from nature, so like the green and the pink, it's pretty much guaranteed to work. So I like putting little bits in between the columns as well. I think that looks quite pretty. Maybe just one more little bit down here. Right, now obviously I've not used a lot of what is in this kit. That is because I'm quite happy with that, and as I said before, it means that then you can get more on the next pages. One thing I am going to do though, adding in from the creative kit, is I thought what I might just do is coil clip in a journaling card to use as both a bit of a page marker, and also can just pop on some sticky notes or something to use just for little notes throughout the week. So let's just pop you on. So I don't want to put this coil clip, don't want it that way up, or is it that way up? Oh, I can't decide now. I want it that way up. So I want it just poking up at the top a little bit. So I'm going to put my coil clip there. There we go, clip you in. And that then just acts as a little bookmark, which is great. And I can also, as I say, pop some sticky notes on the back, or I could just use it to write, to put a photo on, or a favourite memory from the week, anything like that. Right, the other thing that I had thought of doing, if you wanted to, was you could always use a big long coil clip and clip in the A5 dashboard that comes in the kit as well, and then you could use the back of that again for sticky notes, whatever. You could even laminate that and use it with a Sharpie marker as a reusable whiteboard in your planner, which would be quite nice, wouldn't it? So lots of ideas there. So there is my finished week, obviously pre-pen. And now what I'm going to do is show you how I'm going to set up my personal week as well. Okay, so on to the second part of the planning today. I'm going to use the mini kit in my ring bound planner. I thought about doing the tiny with the T and the N capitalised for TN, but I just realised, oh, that's our fire alarm. I wonder if I should be worried. No, it's stopped. Oh, Luke will have burnt the toast. So, yeah, he does this. We always have a joke. He's not cooked a meal unless he sets the smoke alarm off. Anyway, so because I want to use some washi down the centre, and I know that that's a little bit short, I'm going to go for the mini kit, and I also want to use a few more checklists because this is more of a checklisty week for me. So let's take these out, and I tend to slit my inserts through the holes just to make it easier to take pages in and out. I'm a bit, you know, paranoid about protecting the rings, you know how it goes. And I'm just going to grab, which page do I want? I want this one. And I want this piece of washi here. And what we're going to do is we're going to stick it over this bit, and then we're going to stick the other one onto the other side and then trim. So, and you can see, yes, it does come up a little short, but that's fine because once we've trimmed, it'll be okay. And then this one. Okay, that's there. Right, obviously you could just trim with scissors. However, I'm just going to grab my little paper trimmer and use that because it's easier, and I am not the straightest at cutting. It has to be said. Okay. Always a slightly scary moment. So that leaves me with that centre bit, which will be enough to do just up there. So let's let me just quickly do this. Sorry, I bet I've gone off camera, haven't I? Because I'm needing to see what I'm doing. And then this part as well. Now, this is definitely the most fiddly bit of doing a personal insert, I think. But I just think it looks so much prettier. So it's definitely worth it. Stick that back on there because we can always use that part for something else. And then I've got my punch, which is from Repesco, and I did do a review on this punch. It was sent to me for review, so if you're interested in that, take a look at that video. And we'll just do these separately, I think. So 1 and 2. There we go. And again, I'm going to cut the holes back into place. We get rid of the holes from there, the little confetti pieces. Just re-snip that. And I bet there's a quicker way of doing this, but do you know what? For me, it works. And that is all that really matters. Okie dokie, so let's get started. So I'm going to start with the functional page on this, and I want to just pop down a weekly little planning label up over here so that I can just keep track of kind of key things each day. I'll just see if I can snug that right up there. This will be kind of the hours that I work, I think, each day, and also the hours that Luke puts in and Natalia as well. And underneath that I'm just going to put another little habit tracker, like I did on my sidebar on my Erin Condren, just as a bit of a prompt to make sure that I'm doing those key tasks really. So I want to put a little bit of something there. Debating. Okay, and then what I want to have is on each day, I just need a great big checklist really, and then I will probably also pop down a little box for a reminder of a key event that day as well. So and then a half box at the bottom, and I'm not going to worry about going over my checklist a little bit because there I can just put on what events are happening that day, or a little note, just so it's there for on the go. I'm just going to mix my colours up a bit as well. Saturday, Sunday, do I want a checklist on those? Let's put weekend banner on first and I can decide when I get there, can't I? Let's get that centred. Oh, I've covered over the dates. Thankfully, Natalie's paper is quite forgiving with removable stickers, so you can still get it off. I know there's some inserts out there where I wouldn't be able to do that because they do tend to just stick a bit. So it's nice to have paper that you don't have that problem with, if you know what I mean. Okay. Just going a little bit lower. Oh, I've gone really wonky with that one, haven't I? My ability to stick straight has now just disappeared. I really do love this kit though, it is so pretty. This is going to end up converting me to a week on 2, isn't it? But I do like just trying out different layouts, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I know people kind of go on about planner piece and have you found planner piece and you should stick with one planner, and I think part of the fun of planning is to try out different layouts and stuff. I really like the fact that I can do that. So yeah. I also noticed just on another insert shop, Peanuts Planner Co. have got 50% off this weekend. So I know Sophie, who's on my design team, that uses a lot of their what's the word I want? Inserts. So worth checking that out. And then I've got full boxes. I am going to use one of the full boxes, I think, on Sunday. Just because, let's face it, I'm not going to be doing work on a Sunday. And I could put another one on Saturday, but I think I will go for a final checklist on Saturday, because being realistic about it, it's, you know, it's a crazy busy week at the moment, and I probably will be doing some work on Saturday. Let's just put you there. I might tuck you underneath the weekend banner like I do in my Erin Condren though. Yeah. There we go. I just like how that sits. And another half box, and that's worked out quite nicely with the half boxes in terms of having different ones. So we've got a pair and then different. I like that. It's balanced. Okie dokie. So I didn't use any penguins, did I, or anything on my other ones? I am going to use a little Penguin Joe on the Sunday because I do like to do a little bit of planning there. And I'm also just going to use a little happy Penguin Joe up here, juggling his hearts and butterflies, because it's nice. No other reason, it's just nice. And then I'm going to use a couple of icons just to jot down for marking on Monday when I have that GP appointment, Tuesday when I've got physio. I also had in Friday for payday. And what else was I going to put on? I'm sure there was something else I was going to put on. Oh, I forgot to mark Gianna cleaner coming on Wednesday in my EC, but I can put that back in afterwards. There's always something that gets missed. Oh, and birthday as well on Saturday. There we go. So those can work there, just as little reminders. And then all I'm going to do as well is just put in a couple of little decorative stickers, and that is going to be it. Super simple layout for my personal rings. It doesn't need much more than that, you know. It isn't meant to show everything, it's just going to be showing kind of the key things that are going on and my to-do list, really. So I'll just put some little accenty type stickers around the place. Again, I want to bring out some of the pinks. Not there, I don't know. Don't like that there. Let's put you up here instead. I can fit you somewhere, I bet. Yes. No. Do you know, that's really annoying me that those lines are just a little bit over the width of that box. So I'm just wondering if I can put something there. If I use that as like an hour log, which I will do, that looks okay there. And yeah, last but not least, pop you there and just trim. There we go. I quite like that when you have a sticker going slightly off the page and then trim it, because it then looks like the sticker's just become part of the background and the design on the page. So yeah, just a little top tip there from me. And that is it. I'm just going to leave that really simple, just ready for pen going in and putting all of my to-do list in there. So let me clip this back into my... Oh, I don't need to clip it, do I? Silly me, because I've already trimmed the holes, haven't I? I'm going to put it here ahead of my, or just after my month at a glance for November, which is the Cocoa Daisy one. And you can see I've already gone all Christmassy with my Cocoa Daisy setup. I couldn't resist. Could not resist. But the other thing that I want to just do is make a little vellum and acetate set of dashboards for this planner too. And I'm just going to show you how to do that really quickly, because I think that could look really, really nice. So the creative pack has got 2 sheets of vellum, 1 sheet of acetate, and all I'm going to do is, I realised when I was sort of, these were coming off the printers, I really like that acetate on that vellum, so I'm just going to cut those down to size to make a little kind of overlay dashboard. So for a personal planner we need 95 millimetres by 171, and I like that part of the design, so I'm going to go for that. And then this is really nifty little cutter. It's got a swing out arm so that you can measure beyond there, which is great. And yeah, I'll take a bit off the bottom. So I really am just picking out the part of the design that I want to focus on the most. If you don't have like a paper trimmer or something, then just use an existing insert that you have and just trim around it. That will also work very well. And then again, 95 millimetres by 171. Let's put you there. And this gold geometric type design is just a lovely, lovely background. Pop that over there, and then we'll get the punch these, and then straight in, and that's it done. Dead simple. How pretty is that? So pretty. Alright, pop that in there. Down we go. And then this I'm just going to put in here. There we are. Just an extra little something pretty. And now what I could also do with this is add on a tab from using one of the die cuts from the creative pack. I'm all fingers and thumbs this afternoon. There we go. And that would just make it really easy to flip to straight away. So where have I put them? She says. Let's have a little see. Okay, so I think that could be quite cute. It's poking out or poking up. That does lend itself to a little tab, doesn't it? Or I could use one of the cards, and again, like I did in Easy, I could punch that and have that poking up the top. So there's lots and lots of different things you could do there. That one that way actually might be quite nice. Just as a straight to it. So lots of ideas there. I'm not going to do it right now because, to be very honest with you, I've reached the point where I need to think about it a bit more and decide which one I'm going to do. So you'll have to look out on Instagram or anything to see what I eventually choose. But those are my layouts for the coming week. So we have, let me bring you out on the camera. You can see all the chaos that's around me. So we have the Erin Condren layout, and then we have the personal rings as well. So I hope you've enjoyed that. I hope you like the kit. So this will be available for 24 hours only on Cyber Monday. So it goes live at midnight and will be off the site by 11:59 p.m. Make sure that you don't miss out on it because it won't come back again in this format, and it is a cracker. So remember, you've got your full kit, 7 pages, 8-page full kit because you've got the 2 extras, 5-page mini, tiny, and a creative pack. Hope you like it, and I shall speak to you again soon. Take care, lovely people.